Hello, YouTube. Welcome on back. We're doing stuff and things. I need more builders, need more settlers. I don't even have a city count. What's our city count? 17? I'll bet we get to 24. Tons of time on this era. Tons and tons of time on this era. Okay. So trade routes opening up to both Gilgamesh. Well, I guess I could bust that here. We're close to it. But we want our trade routes. We want every little modifier we can get here. So that we can try to have a super fast win. All right, so we need an archaeological museum. That's reasonable. And then astronomy tech. How close are we? I'm always hitting this timing. All right, so 3 turns on this, then we get this, and then on to conservation. And then we need to buy tiles and get builders. Chop this out. High school AP English teacher used to give you Fs if you either used things or stuff in your work. So your friend wrote a poem for the class called Things and Stuff. Very effective. Excellent. F. We should unlock St. Basil's as well. Am I going to get this ever? I have to save faith starting now. But I think we can grab it. I do think we can grab it. Let's grab this. I know, again, it's worse yields, but I need a little bit of housing here. So. What's causing the great tourism? Is it due to relics? Yeah, it's largely relics that we're doing. Had a doctor appointment today to broach the subject of ADHD. Doc was super compassionate and kind and don't feel minimized or disregarded. On to more testing. That's awesome news, Merkai. Yes. Yes, let the revelations begin. It is going to be a, I mean, who knows, right? Who knows, but just rooting for you, and that's fantastic. The more you know, you know? I don't have the better policy card. I could go grab it and chop Cheechin out with it, but maybe we don't even need it. It was really scary to let her into the wilds of your brain. Yeah, it takes a degree of courage to even just admit that you need help, ask for help, like recognize that, hey, there's some things about my life that I don't really love, you know, or this part of life is weird for me, etc. Let's just chop. We got this. But I'm super proud of you, friend. That's awesome. Super, super proud. Scary means you're doing the things. Yeah, there is no growth without discomfort, honestly. Like by definition, you know, growing takes some discomfort. As someone who's grown a lot in the last year, let me tell you, because it is, yeah, it is not always comfortable or even close to that. But I do think that having it be uncomfortable is a sign that you're probably headed in the right direction. All right, we can get another district here. I almost don't even want the campus anymore. Like, I think it's just better for us. Like, I still want it at some point. But for now, I want the theater squares. We're getting close. Getting close to crazy yields with it. Like, it just kind of makes sense. And then we're going to have to start thinking about national parks. I haven't really considered it all that much. Or considered them all that much. They need a builder. This is, again, potentially mausoleum with the engineer that I'm going to save for. All right, so I want a city maybe just on the marble. Grabs a bunch of good tiles. I could go here, but then I miss out on the wine. Yeah, I think maybe just on the marble. It's kind of a fun city. Next marathon's culture only wins. I mean, I know I go culture a lot. I'm well aware of that. But next marathon will hopefully be Civ 7. What do you think about that idea? Go up there. Civ 7 till 11. There we go. We already have nomenclature coming. That doesn't mean I expect Civ 7 out anytime soon. It just means that this is... I've been promising that this is our last Civ 6 marathon. We can make more Civ 6 content. There's plenty of other stuff we can do. But, no writing. No luxuries. Not a single luxury. Like Robinson Crusoe. I need to get this city too. Civ 7th Heaven? Yes. Oh my gosh. 7 minutes in Civ 7 Heaven. Where was this? This is Barb's from here. Do need to address this. I might put Petra here just for fun. Just because we can. Look at my build exploring. Never gets old as Kupe. The movement is just nutty.
Near the Misoges.
Oh my god. Got another relic. So many relics. Candy doing us right. That's incredibly exciting. Getting close to this. All right, astronomy next turn. Jebel, you'd never built? Are there wonders you think are worthless or would never build? No. Maybe. I like Jebel. I think Jebel is actually a solid wonder. It's like a instead of Colosseum giving you amenities and culture, you can get a regional faith income out of it. And it's pretty reasonable to expect like about 24 or so faith out of it. It's pretty solid depending on what you're doing with the game. Wonders that I don't tend to go after very often like this, just because I don't do Diplo stuff very often. There's the other desert one. You know, and some are situational. Like I don't go after university very often, but I could. I just don't remember to sometimes. But yeah, if you can have like a centralized Jebel, it's really good. I don't know that any of them are straight up useless. Some of them come too late to feel like they matter. If that makes sense. But I don't think they're on the whole useless.
Astronomy compels the soul.
The late ones are very win more. Yeah, absolutely. And again, we kind of narrow the end of the game quite a bit. So it's almost not the Wonder's fault. I don't necessarily think they're bad design or anything like that. It's just that we have this game very solved, at least as like Deity players and stuff. But I don't necessarily think they're bad. This is solid. This is starting to look too good to pass up, I think. I need Parks. Yeah, Admonson and then the game's over. Yeah, for sure. And if you can rush your economy and get there fast enough, it's solid, but... No, they got it from me. Oh, man, so a Wonder is going to go quickly. I really wanted that for Mausoleum. I should have taken one extra turn off of Faith buying stuff. That's a whoops. It's a pretty big whoops, actually. Man. Kim, thank you for the gifted sub. Welcome in, Jesse boy, with the tier 2. Kim, thank you. Holy cow. I really didn't want to get online today, you guys, and you all have made it worth it. So it's a good reminder. It's nice to get online when I'm not necessarily feeling my absolute best. Kind of like proud of myself for that, and then you all make it worth it. So thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I want woods here eventually. I do want the resources as well. Maybe just over here. Yeah, and thank you for the very generous gifted sub. That is super appreciate. Gotten you to work? Nice, T. I dig it. It's my perfectionist nature that prevents me from wanting to get online every single day, because sometimes I'm just like, I feel like 80% of myself. And historically, it's been way lower than that. Like these days, today was like 80%, right? But sometimes I'm learning to accept that great is the enemy of good. And it's okay to be less than your perfect self. Nice Fraggacinos. Yeah, and it's a good reminder that people, like, you know, people do make me a part of their day, and it feels good to... Oh, no, whoops. It's only a 1 charge. But it's, you know, I don't know. It's a good reminder that, like, what I do has value sometimes. It's sometimes hard to remember that when you play video games for a living, you guys. What new natural wonders would I like to see in Civ? I don't know. The Rocky Mountains. I don't know. Marikai, I hear ya. I hear ya. Best part of waking up is TGM in your cup. Oh, I love that. Yeah, and maybe this game is going fast enough that we do wind up finishing today. Look at this. Natural history, not too far. I do need a little bit of money for that. 11 turns till growth here. Yeah, that's our 1 charge builder.
Twitch the stirrup in the ground.
I don't mind going for Anchor Watt here. Is Taj better? I don't know that I need Taj. I think I want Anchor Watt. Like, the extra housing and, like, boost to all of our cities, help them get districts and stuff. Seems to make sense to me. This is not workable by my cap, so it should be here. Same with this. 6-turn TOA. Yeah, I could maybe get that somewhere else. But we're getting very close to the point where we're planting woods. The era is ending, but we get to stick with Monumentality. So we'll continue to do all kinds of woods and stuff. I'd like to see an elevation mechanic like in Humankind. I could see that too. Sounds kind of rad. All right, we do have a spy as well. I guess I just want to steal money. Or murder envoys. Maybe murdering envoys sounds more fun to me.
The Great Ball Court is also very impressive. I would like
Planting
to have
woods
seen
is
them
an
play a
appealing
game, although it
idea.
sounds
I see
like
what
the
you
end
did
was
there.
Pretty violent. I think it was safer to be a spectator.
I see what you did there. Alright, campus goes here. Then in 5 turns they'll be able to get there. Theater square. We'll do this theater square here as well. I'm not sure what goes here. They could use a commercial hub. Back-to-back chicken pizza. It's a pretty reasonable one to get, I think. As long as you're there fast enough. Sometimes you're not. Wow, dominant tourism over Phoenicia, turn 120. So let's save for builders for a few turns. And maybe take gold and faith in the meantime. Does Marsh get 1 faith culture with a Mirai? Yeah, it does. Just want to see how fast this game can be won. Me too. Me too, yeah. I'm working towards... I'm kind of working towards economics. But I'm mostly going for flight first. It's a bunch of tourism in our empire. Eight turns on the era. Okay, he's seeing the so where are you gonna put a city? Actually, I very much need another city right in here. Maybe I need to do that now before he gets it. Because I want to grab all these tea resources, right? Ideally. Talk about food. Yeah, I was thinking about blocking him with the builder. But he can't actually get there next turn, so I have another turn in which I can do that. Buy the archaeological. Ooh, I'm so close. do that. We can faith buy archaeologist next era as well, which is great. Also, I should shop around open borders, make sure that we continue to have that modifier with everybody. We did have this to sell. Sure. First got your first ever gaming laptop. Do not think I'll go back to a full PC. That's exciting. Okay. I guess he can go here, huh? Hmm.
I saw a bank that
Can
said
I get there in
24 hours
time?
all works on natural.
Becomes the question. I'm gonna try to block him a little bit. I get to go here and then here, and that's a fine enough settle. It gets all this stuff, so we don't have to be too picky. Dominant tourism over Poland. Antiquity sites. And conservation in 7. Let's give you a second tile. I do have barb issues a little bit. 6 turns. Am I going to bust out some national parks? It's fairly early for him. We're at 30 of 84.
Not all who want.
How did that change here? 33 of 84? If we're legitimately gaining 3 tourists per turn, that's kind of ridiculous. I don't think I'll win before national parks, but I don't think it'll take that much longer afterwards. So we can move here. Oh, that's kind of annoying because he could settle that. And I need 2 more turns to get it. Oh boy. I'm trying to get to computers. We're on the way. I'm going towards flight and computers. Those are 2 big breakpoints for us. There. Winning without rock bands? Yeah, winning without rock bands is generally pretty fun. Oh, I should have turned it into an industry. Oops. Sinbad dying isn't actually bad for us. Do not like rock bands, but winning without him is bloody slow. It can be, yeah. It can be. They certainly accelerate things. Whether winning without them is slow or not, I don't know. But certainly they accelerate things. That I will grant you. Moved all the way down there. So it means he can't settle a city next turn, right? Might save that one for an industry. So if he's here, could move here and settle, but that gives me time now to go here and just block. I gotta block this, and I gotta block this. Because if he moves up here, that's fine. We settle our city here next turn. Or corporation, whatever. You know what I mean. Probably buy that Mirai. Maybe we buy it now. Rock bands are often your killing blow, culture invasion for a culture win. Yeah, absolutely. And that's how they generally do get used. That's what they're there for. Yeah, I don't know that I need this governor title, so I think we save that merchant. Please don't pillage my harbor. So annoying. Wouldn't that city loyalty flip even if he settles there? The reason he thinks he can settle there is because we have a cultural alliance, and that would prevent it from flipping until it expires. Yeah, it only went up 1 that turn. So it is slowing down. Like, it's not super... We're not crazy on a crazy projection necessarily. But it is going well. So indeed, he thinks he's settling here. He's not. What this? Kotoku. Good morning, Atlas. How you doing, bud? So we stick with monumentality. I don't have to worry about eating all of our resources. Now, I did kind of want more cities than this, just for monopolies. We have 19. What are the other valuable monopoly cities here? That we're missing out on. I have Cocoa and Wales. Let's look at resources. Where's this? God dang it. Resources. All right. 66% monopoly on citrus, only 22% on amber. So amber we shouldn't really worry about. Coffee is a thing. Marble we have 100% monopoly on. Truffles we're halfway there. Tea is in striking distance. Whales very far away. And wine pretty close. So this is on a different continent, so I really don't need to worry about that. And I don't think we're ever going to get to the point where the whales make sense. So then what do we want here? Could settle a salt city. There's more salt down there that we're not getting. And then there was a cocoa, what, here? And then a truffle down here. This truffle city gets us a couple amber as well. Kind of weird, though. Maybe 1 or 2 more cities. So he's kind of left settling here. Oh, there's a cocoa here as well. I mean, the tourism is valuable, right? Sure. Rip. Name them Resource City where you found them? Yeah. That's pretty much all they're doing. I can't do that. Yeah, I wonder if this is gonna happen. I think again I'm a little bit interested in blocking it and grabbing it. The more resources you have, the better your modifier. See this 273% from luxury resource monopolies? Like the more of a monopoly you have, the more tourism you can get out of it. You can also create products that will give you some tourism, but it's really just the straight up owning all of the resources that seems to be the best part of it. What's my purpose? You pass the butter. Oh my god. Available routes need to go to Ethiopia as well as Sumeria. Oh my god, these names. Here. Let's do that. You shouldn't get to the stage where whales make sense. This isn't Star Trek IV Voyage Home. That is a reference I will pretend to get. More citrus down here. Seems good. Okay, 2 turns on the arrow, 3 turns on conservation. I guess. No Anchor Wat. Epic of Sinbad, Sinbad gone. Okay, so what's the cap doing then? Kilwa? Makes sense. Patala available for us. Lots of good wonders, actually. So we want to go. So again, we have trade routes to Tamar, Jay, and Poundmaker. I'm already dominant over Poland. So let's do that. Oh. Barb camp is not great, man. I want to spend these resources elsewhere. But it's painful. I'm doing it just for the coffee monopoly. Gotta have your coffee. Okay, into the next era. Dido. Dido War is a bit irritating. Stick with monumentality. I want Old God Obelisk. I want all the things, really. Mostly I want this. And this. Trying to mess with his movement. I think ultimately we're just going to settle this so it blocks all the rest of this. Again, he can plunk down a city there, which will be annoying, but we don't super care. I'm gonna need another crossbow here. I hate spending our resources like this, but kind of needs to be done. $41 of $99 tourist wise. Yeah, I guess we're just good here. Just continuing to mess with his movement. More elephants up by Candy. Yeah, there's one more elephant tile up here. Doesn't get me much else besides Amber, and I feel like Amber's a bit of a stretch. So I'm not sure if I'm doing that or not. But we are sitting on almost 300% tourism from our modifiers. 103 now, so it's Tamar that's giving us a hard time. Like, yeah, Wales, I guess. And I kind of settled a city for Wales, but I don't think I should have. We're about to be at 21 cities. Yeah, this is a yikes. Stupid. Get an envoy there. Geneva is pretty decent. Vilnius as well. Am I finally? No, give me this. This is the whole point of settling that city and waiting on this for so long. So we have dominant tourism over several civs already. So 45 exceeds this, this, and this. We're reasonably close to 2 more, but then Jay and Tamar are going to be a bit of a pain. I can get national parks. I'm just gonna grab one. Poland did get a little wrecked this game. Like, to not have loyalty control over her own city here is so brutal. Just brutal. And there's elephants here. Is there anything better for us? Doubtful. I would like Nan. Nan is huge.
I conclude then this.
4? Jesus, Tamar. Should I wait for... It's so much culture, though. I can't wait. I'm going to fight for this. Do I just settle here? It means they can settle that, but I'll just do this. So technically both of these are settleable. I'll be curious where the movement goes from here. All right, let's go ahead and put a cut in the video here. Plenty more to do in this game, but kind of cruising along. A good amount of tourism from reliquaries. It's amazing to me that this is the marathon where reliquaries became relevant to me. I don't relevant. I don't think I've ever really taken advantage of it. And several games now, just because of the game modes and the various ways of getting relics, has been really reliable and solid. So good stuff. Thank you so much for watching, YouTubers. I will see you all in the next one.